Hey, Brenda. I passed by your house earlier, but the light was not on yet. Aren't you home yet? It's almost time to get dinner ready, isn't it?
Oh, hello, Mother. I'm so sorry, my business meeting went a little over time. I should get home in a bit.
Huh? A meeting? Again?
I'm really sorry. I am the manager of the section, so...
Oh, is that so? For someone who's only finished high school, you're acting like the big bad businesswoman, huh?
No, I didn't mean it that way.
Must really not be a major company to assign a high school graduate to a managerial position. That's another reason why you became a housewife that can't even cook.
Not to worry, I prepared dinner before I left this morning.
Prepared? This morning? So you're serving my Brad pre-prepared dinner? Not fresh?
Whenever we think we both might be late, I prepare something in the morning or the night before. And when Brad gets back early, he makes dinner.
Brenda, am I hearing you right?
Uh-huh? Did I say something strange?
How could you take care of your husband so half-heartedly?
Half-heartedly?
I've told you this a million times. Although you're working, you must not forget the responsibilities of a housewife.
I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
Making Brad cook dinner does not sound like you're doing a good job. As a wife, you are disqualified in my book.
I really can't help that. We're both working, as you know. And Brad understands the burden of working and doing housework. That's why we share the chores equally. Besides, Brad loves to cook.
Huh? Brad? He never stood in the kitchen when he was living at home.
Well, apparently when he started living alone, he also started cooking and now enjoys it.
Obvious, isn't it? He's just holding back because you're acting like such a busy businesswoman.
I really don't think that's it.
I'm sure that's it. And another thing, when Brad was born, I worked the first 3 years. Did you know that? And even during those 3 years, I was the top sales rep. However, unlike you, I did all the household chores myself. I made dinner every night and even prepared my husband's lunch every morning. But after 3 years, I wanted to focus on motherhood, so I quit my job. Although they insisted that I stay on. They didn't want to lose such a highly competent employee, you know?
Yes, I heard that part from Brad.
If you're going to be this super successful businesswoman, you should be able to handle both work and domestic with equal gusto.
I'm not really trying to be some super successful businesswoman, as he put it.
Well, you sure do act like it.
Huh. Right.
Anyways, I recommend that you use me as your role model going forward. If you can't do that, well, you should just quit your job. Hello, Brenda. So, you finally took my advice.
Hello, Mother. What's this about?
I heard you quit your job.
Huh?
I knew you weren't cut out to be successful businesswoman.
I'm still working.
Oh, really? Then why are you always home during the day? This past month or so, I've seen your car in the driveway. So I figured you had resigned.
The company implemented a work-at-home policy.
Work-at-home policy? Oh, do all of your office work online, huh?
Yes, that's right. About 6 months ago, I got transferred from the sales department to another section. Well, this new section I was in was the first to implement this work-at-home policy, so I'm just following company policy.
Oh, I get it. So this new department is where all the underachievers are collected.
Huh?
The sales department is probably the most important section in any company. Am I right? And you got kicked out? Well, that proves that you are an ineffective sales rep.
No, that really was not the reason.
Well, anyways, you finally realized that you were not up to the standards of becoming a successful businesswoman. If you're going to be at home, I urge you to put household chores above all.
Mother?
What is it?
The section I got transferred to is the president's office.
Huh? The president's office?
In my previous position, I was a supervising manager.
Huh? You? The supervising manager?
Upon my transfer, I was promoted to department chief.
Promoted? To department chief? You're not serious. You're a high school grad. You're in your mid-30s and you're a department chief?
You always seem to perceive everything I do according to academic achievement, but I took all the necessary credentials and business qualifications in order to get where I am, and the company rewarded me for my efforts. So, please understand that this new section is not for underachievers, as you put it. Hey, Mom! You came into my office at home, didn't you? My laptop. Where is it?
Relax, what's the rush?
Relax? Are you serious? And how did you get into the house?
Please, where is the evidence that I came into the house?
My colleagues from work saw you on our online video meeting app.
Huh? Online video meeting?
The sound was off, so you probably didn't notice. I was just in a meeting on my desktop PC. I stepped out to get lunch for about 20 minutes. My colleague saw you came into the room and take the laptop from my desk.
Huh?
You probably made an extra key somehow. Am I right? Anyways, please bring that laptop back. It's got important files in it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Didn't I just say there were plenty of witnesses? I need it back right away.
What are you so worked up about? It's just a little old laptop PC. That's why you're so delusional about being such a big bad career woman. In order to break the delusion of grandeur that you seem to possess, I took it upon myself to teach you a lesson. Well, that first step was to take possession of your laptop.
You're the one that's delusional! Please, just get it back! I don't have time for this!
Yes, well, I don't mind giving it back, but not sure if it's of any use now.
Not any use? What do you mean?
I took a hammer to it. The screen and keyboard. Well, there is no screen or keyboard.
What the hell did you do?
I had to do it. If I didn't smash it until it was useless, well, I couldn't cure you of your self-important arrogance.
That laptop is not mine! It's company property!
Huh? So it's not yours. It's company property?
That's right!
I can't believe you! You brought the company laptop home with you without permission?
Huh?
If that's the case, well, I cannot take responsibility. It's your fault for bringing the laptop home with you. I'm afraid you're going to have to reimburse the company for the loss.
The laptop was given to me by my company to use at home.
Huh?
Although I work at home, I still have to visit customers. There are staff members that get their work done at our clients' offices. Therefore, the company has distributed these laptops for all employees as part of work-at-home policy.
Huh?
I hate to say this, but could you please get it through your head that what you did has severe consequences? Luckily, I backed up all the data on the laptop. However, I'm afraid you will have to reimburse the company for destroying the laptop. I believe that model was around $1,500 or so. Please take that into account.
There's no way I can pay for that. Besides, it's your fault. You should have brought home such an important thing.
Please don't act as if you're the victim here.
All I'm saying to do is educate you on your delusional arrogance. You're not cut out to be a businesswoman.
It seems I'm not getting through to you at all. I give up. I'm gonna hand the baton to someone else that will put some sense into you.
Oh yeah? Whom are you gonna hand the baton, may I ask?
Hello, Kim.
Huh? Grandma, she called you?
Yes, that's right.
I didn't realize you were in town.
I had an appointment with a friend, so here I am. I'm staying with Brad and Brenda tonight. Brenda came and picked me up at the airport, and we just arrived home. So, what's all this about a laptop?
Yes, well, you know.
Kim, in recent years, the business scene has changed drastically. Business is done differently than when you were working. These days, both parents having careers has become the norm. Things have changed since we were in the workforce. We're living in the 21st century now. It's a completely different world from the ones we grew up in. If you have no intention of comprehending and accepting these changes, I suggest you keep your mouth shut.
So, you're saying you understand her?
Did you forget that before I retired, I was an executive at a firm? I think I still have the ability and the common sense to accept drastic changes in society and how best to incorporate them into the current business environment.
Not being disrespectful or anything, but I think I'm quite aware of that myself.
Oh, isn't that right?
I was just concerned for her delusions about being some kind of genius businesswoman. I had to educate her on the realities of life.
So, you think you were one of those so-called genius businesswomen? Is that what you were when you were working?
Yes, well, maybe not a genius, but I think I was pretty good. Maybe you don't remember, but I used to be one of the top sales rep.
Oh, is that so? As I recall, you never got any sales, and you were regulated to office work. But turns out you weren't even able to handle the phone calls competently. The only thing you were good at was making coffee for everyone and using the copy machine. While other difficult chores you forced the younger co-workers. Does not sound like a top sales rep to me, much less a businesswoman. Even when you were working and after you quit, all your meals were just frozen foods, and you just threw into the microwave or just something from the supermarket deli. Even now, you can't make a proper meal from scratch. I'm completely aware of all of that.
But why do you know that?
Do you remember a girl named Catherine? She worked under you back then.
Catherine?
Yes, this Catherine. Well, she's the daughter of one of my best friends.
Huh?
I think it was about a year ago. We were talking about old times and Kathy happened to mention that you and she worked together years ago. She was just a junior staff member back then. Well, while we were talking, she became extremely agitated just recalling those days. Apparently, she had pent up all those memories over the years, and all the animosity toward you flowed out as if a dam had burst.
No, you can't be serious.
I really didn't want to believe it.
Huh?
I hear from Brad you and your husband are still serving frozen foods or cheap ready-made meals.
My husband? And Brad?
I suppose you were trying to hide it, but they knew. They didn't say anything knowing you'd probably be furious. With your obsessive pride and all. In other words, you weren't fooling them one bit.
You're not serious.
If you're going to be proud of your so-called achievements, the least you could have done is to get some sort of qualification like Brenda has done over the years.
How could you?
Well, maybe it's our fault for letting you go on like this for years, but I think you went a little too far with this laptop fiasco, causing such a burden on her company.
But, please, grandmother.
Anyway, I'm headed over there right now. We need to talk about me moving in with you.
Huh? Move in?
My grandmother eventually moved in with my mother-in-law, and she kept a close eye on her. My grandmother is kinda cool. She loves high-tech stuff, and she always fiddles with her smartphone. Makes pretty good use of it, even at her age. On the other hand, my mother-in-law has an inferiority complex towards Grandma. Apparently, she didn't like that I was turning out to be just like her as I advanced my career. After the line conversation, she headed straight over to my mother-in-law's house and... all her harassment toward me came to light, and it was decided that she would live with her son for the foreseeable future. After a month or so, she moved in. I hear she got a part-time job to reimburse me for the damaged laptop. She hasn't worked in a while, so I hear she's having a hell of a time. And on top of that, when she gets home, she has to deal with my super grandma.